ready because they've been gearing up since early this morning. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Cyclones will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's DeMarco. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Sticky. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you could see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Slips through the line, and the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes his connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
From the gun, the running back has it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's DeMarco. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads-up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll run for it on fourth down. And the Red Raiders get it past the sticks.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical fourth down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion.
29 Philly.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run
play. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much.
And the ball is intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Running back searching for a hole. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Makes a grab over the middle. At the 35, he's open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. He fires to the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
This is a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on first down from the 43. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
They'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
They go to the draw. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 7 over Marshall. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Looking to move it through the air. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Makes a move. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. It's on target and complete. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the 1st.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Cyclones are rolling down the field. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can bring. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
And he he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 15. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On second down, wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Looking to pass on second down. He's got his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Right down the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Power football with the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
At the 32-yard line. 4th down coming up.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And that is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. Iowa State sending the offense back out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Takes it the other way. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Good. 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious. Keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 28, Iowa State.
They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board.
On the field.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Arizona State was like a 65. football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sound.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And his first pass is incomplete.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50.
Get set, get set.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Swings it out to the flat. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks. Couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle setting up for them.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had...
He wants to take the top off. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
31, Iowa State 17.
Fielded in the end zone, it's DeMarco. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire.
Cut. Fire.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here.
Black 24. Black 24.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Using his feet. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Offense facing fourth down.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. State sending the offense back out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got him downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, one of the reasons you go for vertical is because you know you've got dudes that can stretch the field. This guy is one of the fastest receivers in college football, so I love the play call, taking advantage of that speed to go make a big play.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one
off. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The option look. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse,
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. To the ground with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Offense set on 1st down. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with